Festival happening this week in Decatur, Illinois. The 72nd annual Farm Progress Show is underway. 600 exhibitors from around the world spending the week at what's considered the nation's largest outdoor farm event. And our own Matthew Grassi is there as well. Matthew joins us. And Matthew, how have crowds been this week?
What's up, Clinton? The crowds are good here in Decatur, Illinois, man. Beautiful weather, and they're out and about checking out all the latest from the machinery and the tech companies that are here at Farm Progress.
So tell me what our companies are talking about this week there in Decatur.
Yeah, Clinton, so saw some cool stuff from Case IH in New Holland. Case has launched a new Steiger high horsepower tractor that's 785 horses to the ground. Big, powerful tractor. Folks are going to love that. And then New Holland's here. They're celebrating 50 years of twin rotor technology. Right behind me here, you got the TR70 from 1975. 50-year-old combine that's still running. I got to see that thing start up yesterday. Got to meet the farmers that run it still. They do about 10 acres of organic corn a year with it. Just a really cool story that we're going to be telling on agweb.com.
Think of like 70s muscle car. That's kind of what, it just works, right? There's not much bells and whistles. You just set it and forget it, basically. Fix good, clean corn.
Have lots of little kids in the neighborhood that he's like their idol because they'll watch him. Oh, Jacob's out in the field, Mom, and they watch him and they're just like mesmerized by, big equipment.
Matthew, I know we had Crop Tour last week. A lot of people talking about plant disease. Have you talked to any companies there about this issue of southern rust and some of the disease pressure we're seeing?
You bet I have, Clinton. So I talked to BASF this morning, and they are hearing the same thing that we heard on Crop Tour. There's a lot of disease pressure in corn, especially this year, due to the weather and the early moisture we got. So they're talking about fungicide timing as well as which fungicides are good to be using right now. And actually talked to AGI, a grain storage company, about when you get that corn that's been either with tar spot or some southern rust off the ground this year. How do you manage it when you get it into the bin? And their thing is you got to start thinking about getting that stuff cut here pretty soon before it falls down. And then you want to make sure you're monitoring that crop in the bin, make sure it doesn't spoil on you.
Some decisions to be made on the farm is to measure your level of impact and to decide and prioritize those fields on whether or not they need to be harvested sooner than you typically would harvest them, which poses some more challenges on the farm when it comes to conditioning and storing.
Great stuff. I know it's a busy show and there's lots of people out there. Matthew, appreciate you giving us a little flavor from Farm Progress this week.
Appreciate you, Clinton. Thank you, sir.